we're going to save so much performance that in the end adding ACL and adding the nested categories will put no further overhead to the system. So in the end, 1.6 will be at least as fast as 1.5. The last one on this slide is JContent. JContent is the first step to a unified content model. The idea is, why do we have articles, why do we have web links, why do we have modules, and why can't you execute content plugins on modules, for example? With JContent, we are more or less unifying all this. There's no real big difference between an article, category description, or a web link. They're all the same, as well as a module text. And in the end, this means that you can execute the content plugins, that you can handle in the end the articles the same way that you do your web links in a code-wise manner, which in the end means more possibilities for you. One feature that I personally like very much, because it was a itch that I had to scratch, was extending the parameter sets. At the moment, the parameters for an article are very fixed. You would have to really parse the HTML before the edit window to add some little parameters there for an article. All this meant, or in worst case, you're hacking the core. With 1.6, it will be possible to extend these parameters to add your own meta tag fields, your switch for commenting for that article, and similar stuff. Of course, we have the refactored backend components to finally get up to par with the front end. There's a new controller dispatcher, which most likely is only important for the developers among you. Something else, in 1.6 it's possible to have more than one parameter set for a template. At the moment, when you create a template, you can save those template parameters only once, and that's for the whole site. In 1.6, you can have as many parameter sets as you want. So you can assign, or you have one template, have that in the color scheme green, for example, and assign that to your front page. Then you have another area where you want to use the same template, but you want to use a red color scheme. So you add another parameter set, and in the menu item you can then select the template parameter set that you want, for example, the red one. Something that I know not all people among you will agree with me is the PDF feature and the legacy mode are both gone from the core Joomla. We've long talked about talked about this very long, especially about the PDF feature, because it's something that a lot of people like a lot, but it's really horrible to maintain. In the time that we discussed the PDF feature, the library maintainer of TCPDF that's behind our whole system released just 16 new versions, and we talked for about 2 months. So this is something we just can't do it from the core. But we thought about this, and we want to provide a sample implementation that a third-party developer can take up, and that you then can blow up to the solution that you need, instead of the not very flexible, not really good implementation that we currently have in 1.5 and in 1.0. About the legacy mode, I know some people are screaming, some people are jumping in joy, because in 1.6 it's not really possible to keep backwards compatible to 1.0, and with the changes in nested categories and in ACL, it's also not easy to provide a legacy mode for 1.5 to 1.6, from 1.6 to 1.5. In the end, the changes are subtle, so you don't have to change really much in your extensions code, but the benefit the benefit is big enough that I think developers will provide those two versions, one for 1.5, one for 1.6. Yeah. Then some for the end user. In 1.6 we're going to have user profiles which you can extend with your own fields in whichever way you want. I think that's the reason for most installations of Community Builder. So this might make this component obsolete. And then we've got contact, which is also replaced by the contact directory. It's a Google Sum of Code work from a student from last year, I think. And this allows you to extend the address fields of your contacts. It allows you to add additional fields to the whole system. Last but not least, we've got a few things donated by JExtend. They are donating a commenting system. Joomla 1.6 will have its own comments. And we're going to get the JForm library, which means it's not like Zoo or K2, but it's possible to extend forms in the backend more easily with this. I talked to someone yesterday. He said already, yeah, it's something that I've coded myself, and damn, I've been 2 weeks late. It's very deep in the code, but it's going to be it's going to make a lot of stuff easier for developers.